Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Nedwick and I make healthy lifestyle videos that include new recipes, some fashion content, some beauty content, a look into my life, and I'm also documenting my journey on compounded Tirzepatide. So, I took a few weeks off from weighing in, and today I had to face the music. So, let me get started with my week 21 results. So, as you know from my previous videos, I got engaged over Christmas Eve, and then earlier in the week, I booked my venue, and Mike and I will be getting married on October 3rd, 2025. And there's so much to do. And in order to be the best I can be and look stunning in my wedding dress, I have to get cracking. So, as you know, if you've been following my channel, Mike and I decided to do dry January. And just to recap a little bit, I've struggled in the past. Mike and I enjoy having wine on the weekends, and I found that that was really slowing my weight loss. So with Mike's support, and he agreed to do it with me, we have been doing dry January, and today is January 10th. And I weighed in this morning. Now, let me just recap a little bit. The very last weigh-in that I documented, I believe I was somewhere in the ballpark of 165.7. And then over the holidays, I did indulge. I indulged in food that maybe wasn't so good for me, and also in wine. So I felt like, based on how my clothes were fitting, that I had gained about 3 or 4 pounds. So I got back on track January 1st, a little bit on track January 1st, but mainly back on track January 2nd, and have been going strong. Now, one thing I haven't done yet is start to work out. But let me get to the weight loss results first. So I weighed in this morning and I was 164.7. So I realize that is only a pound lost from a few weeks ago when I weighed in last. Oh, Kylie again, getting her 2 cents in. Oh, hi, Kylie. Hi, good girl. I'll get a little Kylie recap here in a minute. But I'm actually quite pleased with that, because I know that I gained at least 3 or 4 pounds over the holidays. And I am happy to say that I managed to lose that, plus a pound. And let me get Kylie. She's on the table that my tripod's on. Okay, get down, Kylie. So I'm really happy that I was able to lose that pound. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I really feel like I've probably lost 4 or 5 pounds since I started back on track the beginning of January. And Mike has been a godsend. As a matter of fact, he's stronger than me, and he's kept me in line. I have wanted to fall off the wagon, and Mike just looks at me. He doesn't tell me what to do, but he says, well, you can do what you want, but I'm not drinking. So then, of course, I say, well, I'm not either. So we have been having a little bit of some non-alcoholic spirits. We've tried some different non-alcoholic beers, and I also like Sutter Home makes a non-alcoholic wine called Frey, F-R-E, and I have a couple bottles of that. And, you know, believe it or not, when I'm drinking non-alcoholic wine, I only want a glass. And it's actually much less calories than regular wine, and it tastes pretty good. So we've been kind of doing that when the craving hits us, and it's working. And I'm so happy that he's doing this with me. It's been really super cold here in northeastern Ohio. And, you know, it's the kind of weather where you want to crawl under a blanket and eat food that's bad for you and drink some wine and have a fire. And we've been doing good. Now, if you watched in my previous video, I did order a walking pad and it arrived, and I didn't have batteries for the remote. And the only way to control the walking pad was through the remote. So I subsequently did get some AAA batteries. Okay, Kylie. And I did the walking pad for half an hour yesterday. Now, I do like it. It's nice. It's very quiet. I can do it here in my living room and watch TV. So if Mike and I are watching TV and I feel like I need to get off the couch, I can do that, and it's really easy. But it's very small and it's not very wide. So a couple of times my foot would go off the belt, and I would trip a little bit. So I put a kitchen chair next to me so that I could grab onto it just in case. So I still have to work out some kinks. Apparently it can incline, so I have to figure out how to do that. I got the walking pad on Amazon. It was a limited deal. I got it for $94, which I didn't think was a bad price. The weight limit on that is 260 pounds. And I will link that in my description box below. Now, one thing I really want to work on is strength training, and mostly like for my arms. So I've, lost some weight, and I have some of that crepey skin. So I am intending on really starting to incorporate some strength training. I am kind of starting from scratch because I really haven't been exercising much the last month or two, but I have just a little bit over 9 months to get in shape, and I'm highly motivated. So as far as how the week went, I have been using the Lose It app to track my calories and my protein. And my goal for protein is about 100 grams a day. Now, I don't always make that, but there are a few products that I like to help me out. And the first one I've shown you in several videos is the My Protein Clear Protein Shake. And the flavor that I like is Mike and Ike's Sour Watermelon. For 90 calories, you get 20 grams of protein. And it just is a beverage. It's not thick, it's not milky. It just tastes like a refreshing beverage. So that's been key in helping me reach my protein goals. The other thing that I've been really enjoying, especially now in dry January, is my Ninja Creamy. Now, if you recall, I got it for my birthday. Mike has been spoiling me rotten this year. So he got me a Ninja Creamy for my birthday, and I have been experimenting with different recipes, mostly high protein recipes. I did a dairy-free vegan recipe for peanut butter gelato that Mike just loved. And I will link that video down below. I think in that video I did the peanut butter gelato, and then I showed how you can turn a protein shake into ice cream. And then my favorite recipe to date has been to make this vanilla ice cream. And essentially I use 2 cups of Fairlife milk. The skim milk has, I think, 90 calories and 13 grams of protein per cup. Then you add a big scoop of vanilla protein powder. I use the Premier vanilla protein powder, and a tablespoon of sugar-free vanilla pudding mix. And basically you just mix that together with your milk frother. You stick it in your freezer for 24 hours, and then you put it in your Ninja Creamy on ice cream. And then you have to respin it a couple of times. And I will link that recipe below. It is actually a recipe for Oreo ice cream, but I prefer it without the Oreos. So don't be misled when you look down there and it's for Oreo or cookies and cream ice cream. And I did make that and it was pretty good, but I just prefer vanilla. And what I've been doing is making myself a little peanut butter parfait. And I use the vanilla ice cream and some cocktail peanuts and some sugar-free chocolate syrup. And I just do a little dish at night, and especially since I'm now alcohol-free for the month of January, it's nice to have a little treat at night. And it's something to look forward to, and it's still healthy. Now, the recipe itself says you could split it up if you wanted less calories and do like a cup of the Fairlife milk and a cup of almond milk. But I prefer just doing the Fairlife milk because I want the grams of protein. And it's delicious. When it comes out of the Ninja Creamy, I feel like it tastes like soft serve. So, and I love soft serve vanilla ice cream. So that's been something I've been treating myself with. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that when I started this channel, I was on the Optavia diet. And I did that for quite a while. And I was pretty successful initially. And I lost about 25 pounds. And I will say, caveat, average weight loss on the Optavia 5-in-1 plan is 12 pounds in 12 weeks. But I still have some of their products. I gave away quite a bit, but I still have some of their soy-free products that I've been enjoying. And especially in this cold weather where it's been snowy and about 20 degrees, I've been having the Optavia hot chocolate. And that has, I think, 13 grams of protein and 100 calories. That also has been a really nice treat at the end of the evening. Now, I know that Optavia is getting into the GLP-1 business. They are starting a new line of products called Ascend. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them yet. I'm going to look into that, and if you are at all interested in hearing about that, leave me a comment below and I will do a video on what I learned when I research that. I am actually still an Optavia coach. However, I am a breast cancer survivor. I had it a little over 2 years ago. As a matter of fact, right when I lost that 25 pounds, I got my breast cancer diagnosis and had to have surgery and radiation. Fortunately, I didn't have to have chemotherapy, but it kind of sent me into a tailspin, and I gradually gained most of my weight back. And but I had started out, my heaviest weight prior to doing Optavia was 191. Now I'm 5'3". And when I went to my doctor this summer, I weighed in at 181.7. And so that's what I'm using as my base for my Tirzepatide journey. And as of right now, I've lost 17 pounds. Now, I realize that 17 pounds in 21 weeks is not the best rate of weight loss. There are some of you guys who are just going gangbusters. But I think when you have some underlying conditions, sometimes it takes a while for your body to adjust, to heal itself, and to start losing weight. And I was pre-diabetic. My A1C was 5.7, which is just on the threshold of being pre-diabetic, but still pre-diabetic. And I have high cholesterol. I have acid reflux. I have high blood pressure. I'm on medication for it, actually, 2 different kinds. And when I go back to my doctor in March, I'm going to get blood work. And so I haven't had my A1C checked since the summer, so I'm pretty sure that I'm no longer pre-diabetic. So that is definitely a win in and of itself. And and so I'm excited to see what that is. And I've talked to Mike, and while I'm going to do dry January, I don't know that going forward after that that I will be completely alcohol free, but I'm definitely going to severely limit it because I think that is the key to my success. I'm 56 years old. I'm postmenopausal. When I when I had my breast cancer treatment, they put me on a drug called tamoxifen, which is an estrogen inhibitor. And that is another reason why I probably have not lost as much weight or as rapidly, because it just makes everything harder. The tamoxifen threw me into menopause. I wasn't in menopause prior to the breast cancer diagnosis. I was probably perimenopausal, but anyway, once I started on the tamoxifen, that was it. And I could really notice, especially how my weight would show itself. Like I used to be all over, and I still am to a certain degree, but it's definitely focusing more in my midsection. And that is the hardest weight to lose. And I have been so happy with my journey on Tirzepatide. I know there's a very good chance that compounded Tirzepatide will end. I'm going to find some way to continue on it, whether it's going on the name brand Zepbound and splitting the pen. I haven't quite figured out all that. Because of the FDA lawsuit, it extended the time for compounding to continue. And fortunately for us, I was able to stock up for pretty much the whole year. I think I'm good until probably at least my wedding. So I'm going to still cross my fingers that something will happen and we'll still be able to continue to get compound. I did do an update the other day regarding the FDA lawsuit, and I described the difference between a preliminary injunction, which the OFA, Outsourcing Facilities Association, had filed for, and the difference between that and a motion for summary judgment. That judge, on his own accord, is converting the motion for preliminary injunction into a motion for summary judgment. And that hearing was supposed to be today. It's my understanding that that got continued, I think until the 14th, but I will try to pay attention and let you guys know if I hear anything. I don't think it's a good sign that the judge wanted to change that because essentially a motion for preliminary injunction was asking the judge, hey, judge, this lawsuit's going to last for a long time. And while that action lasts for a long time, the plaintiffs are asking for the FDA not to enforce anything against the compounding pharmacies. Now, that would be great, especially if this lawsuit were to last for another year or so. But the judge converted it to a motion for summary judgment. And you use a motion for summary judgment when all of the facts are on the table, there are no factual disputes, and the parties then brief the law and apply it to the given facts. And there's not a trial. The judge will then read the briefs. Each party will then have a chance to respond to each other's briefs. So we are still talking probably another month or so. But then the judge, based on the briefs alone, can render a decision and end the lawsuit. So I think that lawsuit is going to be ending here in the next few months. And then we'll see what happens. You know, there are telehealth companies like Mochi and Orderly Meds who I think are going to still try to fill orders by altering the doses or adding in something like B12 or glycine, and then Eli Lilly's going to have to sue them and the pharmacies, and that'll be a whole nother round of lawsuits. So I will keep you guys informed along the way. So what is my plan going forward? Well, I just finished my last vial of 7.5 milligrams yesterday. I take my shot on Thursday morning, and my next 3 vials are from Orderly, and they are 10 milligram vials. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and titrate up. I've been on 7.5. I've been doing 8 because they give you a little bit extra in the vial, but I've been on 7.5/8 for about 4 months, 3 months. And I think I'm ready to titrate up. Now, when I titrated up to 7.5, I did it in increments. And that's the nice thing about compound is you can do that. You can draw out how much you want. You're not stuck to a certain dosage in a pen. But I titrated up slowly, and I didn't feel a lot of effect at 7.5. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet and do a straight 10 milligram injection and see what happens. So I will keep you guys posted. Now, in the weeks to come, I still plan on doing some new recipes. I was looking online for some high protein recipes that are still healthy, and I have an enchilada, a ground turkey enchilada skillet recipe that I want to try. I want to make a roast in the crock pot. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I know that's really basic, but I'm just gonna do, carrots, potatoes, celery, onion, a chuck roast, and use some of the French onion mix to put on there for seasoning. I think I'm gonna do that Sunday, actually. Maybe I'll film it. So I know my weight loss is not what others have achieved, but I'm happy with it. And I know as long as I stick to my guns and really either eliminate or really, really limit any alcohol consumption and add movement to my routine, because I really want to start walking on a daily basis. My goal is 4 to 5 times a week. So I'll try to do it every day, and then when things get in the way, hopefully it'll come out that I'm able to walk at least 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm going to start doing some strength training. Now, on YouTube, it is a really good source for exercise videos, and they're free. I've listed a few down below in my fitness challenge playlist. I love this girl in Australia, but the stuff I have listed down there is mostly cardio. So I'll add some strength training videos, and you guys can do them along with me. I know Denise Austin used to have like 10-minute arms and stuff like that. I think doing something like that after my walk, even for 10 minutes, as long as I did it consistently, that should help with that, because that is the thing I am most concerned about. Now, I have ordered a wedding dress online. I do not want to spend an exorbitant amount of money for a wedding dress. My daughter's wedding dress was $4,000, and I just don't have the budget for that. And I don't want to wear a dress that costs $4,000. The one I ordered was $100, so we'll see. But it's a sweetheart off the shoulder neckline, and it's got about like that much sleeve, and that's right in the area that I'm concerned about. So anyway, I will link those videos and I'll put them in that fitness challenge playlist, and you guys can do it along with me. Well, I have talked for quite a while, and I will let you guys go. Please stay tuned for upcoming videos. There's going to be more wedding planning, more recipes. I have a Temu order coming, so lots of stuff. So stay tuned. Now, if you like this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel and tick that notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload a new video. And I've been doing an emoji of the day sometimes, and I forget most of the time, but since we were talking about exercise, if you can give me an emoji of, making a muscle, that will show me that you guys made it to the end of the video and that you enjoyed it. All right, guys, I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I will see you next time.